Oh, hello. It's an honor for me to be here this morning to educate all of Uno. Sitting there so lovely. Just make sure you sit back, comfortable. Your seat belt them down. Your top button done up. And I'm about to take you for a journey that will educate you on various points in Black history. That will be very informative. To intake the information, look on more. Don't let them fool you.
Born in Lepkis Magna, in present-day Libya, he was the first African to attain the highest position in the Roman Empire. Severus's political achievements were supreme, as were his tremendous building projects.
A Victoria Cross recipient. William was a sailor who swore allegiance to Queen Victoria. He was captain of the foretop on one of Her Majesty's warships, the HMS Shannon. The crew of the HMS Shannon was called upon to rescue 800 of Her Majesty's subjects who were under siege at a British outpost. The crew lined up the cannons like they were preparing to attack an enemy warship. Cannon volley after cannon volley, and to no effect. As the hours wore on, the crew realized their cannons would remain ineffective unless they were dragged closer to the fortified structure. The order was given to move forward, to advance 2 of their cannons. Each cannon needed a crew of 6. 12 men were needed in all. The cannon crews were a man short. William Hall stepped forward and volunteered to join the other 11 men on what all assumed would be their last mission. Soon, 10 of the 12 were dead or dying. Only William remained standing. Undeterred, he continued to operate his cannon with the assistance of a badly wounded mate. William's cannon would not be silenced until a bugle sounded, signaling the fortified structure had been abandoned by the enemy. The bugle also signaled the success of the mission. The siege was over. For his singular act of heroism, William received the Victoria Cross, the most coveted and prestigious of military medals. While initially buried without military honors in an unmarked grave, William's final resting place is now beneath a stone cairn on the lawn of the Baptist Church in Hansport.
I started to reflect on my life with spiritual eyes, observing Christ dancing with me through the rhythm of bondage, sharing my pain, alleviating my suffering. This was the breakthrough I was searching for to energize my protest against slavery. The match was now ignited. I was going to capture the imagination of Britain.
Said he was fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. Said he was a buffalo soldier. Said he, why yo yo, why yo yo yo, why yo 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 yo.
On October 23rd, 1997, in a chamber of government with a 750-year history, something new took place. There had never been a black woman admitted to the House of Lords until now.
I, Valerie, Baroness Amos, do swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
It was a day on which a number of people came up to me, welcomed me to the Lords.
So help me God.
The ceremony was symbolic of the hopes and ambitions of those who had made the voyage on the Empire Windrush nearly 50 years before.
All of the history books about the Crimean War only seem to mention one nurse.
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale.
Well, I should hope so too. We did a great deal of work here ensuring old Flo went down in history. What a catchphrase.
The lady with the lamp.
Wallop!
You forget about me.
No offence, love, but I ain't never heard of you.
4 times me tried to join all lamp-facing nurses in the Crimean War. And 4 times she said no.
The nursing call was for British girls. You're from Jamaica.
My father was from Scotland.
I still ain't never heard of you.
Well, you should have. When she turned me down, that never stopped me. Me sold up me home in Jamaica and paid for me own ticket to the Crimea. And when me get there, me built me own hostel with me own money to provide care for the injured British soldiers.
Wow.
Yes, but it was my military hospitals that dealt with all the really nasty injuries.
Not just you. I'd actually go out and treat the injuries upon the battlefield.
Oh, whoa, oh. When Crimean War broke out, me applied for Florence's crew. She turned me down because me black. Yup, weird, I know, but true. History still says me name, call me not one to mourn. Me ask me friend, come and stay for help and set up on my own. If you need it, put a massive plaster upon it. If you're bleeding, shouldn't be disaster for it. If your leg broke, gonna need a cast on it. If you're constipated, take oil and cast for it. Whoa, it wasn't glamorous, it was built of old bits of wood. Supplied the troops with kit and clothes, served both the rich and poor. Me nurse right on the battlefield while Florence worked for the war. I'm a nursing lady, put a splint on it. Me see a wounded man, better sprint to it. Earn fame from the war, I'm a stint in it. But the Crimean shame is me a skint from it. When the war was done, me never have a dime. Despite the work me do, bankruptcy was mine. I'm a fierce lady, never fierce by it. Wrote a book and earned funds raised by it. Me hotel men own their lives to it. Going down in history, that's me prize for it.
Now watch me do my zonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my zonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my zonto, azonto. We walk over the pages. Now watch you do my zonto, 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 azonto, zonto, zonto, azonto, zonto, zonto, azonto, zonto, zonto, azonto, zonto, zonto.
Madam, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Well, Black History Month to me is a celebration in a sense of happiness, some joyness, some of the many struggles and achievements that we have been through as a people. Not to mention just the fact of equality, multicultural and diversity that exists around us.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
It's amazing. Wherever that abides in the human being, there is the nobleness of the human spirit. Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream, and so, naturally, I rise.